So really quick, to everybody watching, the almost 700 of you watching right now, before we get into this, just so you guys are aware, tomorrow I have a deep dive going into this entire situation. I'm going to talk about some of it tonight, but I'm editing the video to release tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please check that video out. It's going to have a lot of important information because there will be a part 2 to this, right? So the reason why I say there will be a part 2 to this is because the person we're about to talk about, Sean Gares, he's going to be releasing his video in about a week from now. That's going to be going over all direct allegations. He's going to be naming names, companies, gambling companies, all kinds of shit. It is going to be nuts. So I'm obviously going to follow up with this story after he releases his video, but this is going to be the starter story to what's happening in the esports scene and in the gaming scene. So it's very important. Like, we're talking about literal gambling companies that are trying to bait people into throwing matches. It's really interesting stuff. It's interesting as hell. So definitely check it out. But anyway, let's talk about a little bit of what's going on here right now. So Riot Games is investigating Valorant match fixing allegations. This allegation has obviously come from Sean Gares. And, recently, again, people talk about this all the time, just so you're aware. Match fixing is a problem that's been in esports for a long time. I don't know if anybody remembers the iBuyPower scandal from, I believe, 2014. Do you remember the iBuyPower scandal where they threw the fucking match in Counter-Strike Global Offensive? It's crazy. It's this crazy shit. Anyway, so Sean Gares, a hugely recognizable industry face, called out everything wrong with the Tier 2 ecosystem. His allegations push home the point that match fixing and corruption are widespread across the scene, and it's far from being a new claim. Gares' 6-minute video uploaded on social media was a damning thing, and Riot Games has rushed to investigate his allegations. So we're going to go over the video, number one. But before we go over the video, I want to go over Riot Games' comment. So hold on, let me scroll down. Here we go. I want to go over Riot Games' comment, okay? So Riot Games said the following. God damn it. The recent allegations about North America challengers have been under active investigation since they were raised to us last week. Let us be clear, we take accusations like these extremely seriously. In our competitive operations, anti-cheat, and esports rules and compliance teams have been thoroughly examining the matter. We appreciate everyone who has raised concerns and provided information, suggestions that a Riot employee deliberately undermine competitive integrity. However, represent an incredibly serious accusation that could unfairly impact individuals personally and professionally. Here's the truth of this really quick. So the truth of all of this is that when it comes to esports is only as big as it is because people believe in it, right? People believe in what they're watching. This is not the WWE where everybody knows it's fake, right? For the most part. This is something totally different. This is supposed to be competitive nature between gamers. That's like inherently what gaming is. And if people get a whiff of it all potentially being fake, that is going to spoil a lot of it for a lot of people. And they're going to check out little by little. People are going to be like, well, if Riot Games is hosting something and they've been known to fake it before, why the fuck am I going to watch it now if it's fake? Tiger King says it's not fake, it's scripted. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. That's what wrestling people say. I forgot. I forgot. There's that distinction because the wrestling is real. Yes, I forgot. The body slams are real. It's scripted. My bad. My bad, Tiger King. My bad. Look, you got WWE scripted, not fake. There it is. Look at that. I'm sorry, WWE people. Holy shit. I know Will the Fans is somewhere here probably screaming right now like, it's not fake, it's scripted. I know. Okay, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the slander. Okay. So then they said, we appreciate everyone who has raised concerns and provided information, suggestions that a Riot employee deliberately... Oh, I already read that. The claims raised to our anti-cheat team are part of this broader investigation, and we have seen nothing so far that indicates complicity or wrongdoing by any member of our anti-cheat team. So what this basically is they investigated themselves and they found nothing wrong. Now, how many times has that been proven to be bullshit? Right? How many? This is like the FBI saying they investigated themselves and found themselves to have no wrongdoing. How many times has that happened? And now you have Riot Games saying the same exact thing. Oh, we investigated ourselves and we found out that nothing was wrong. Obviously, I think a lot of people are going to have a problem with that. A lot of people are not exactly going to believe Riot Games when they say something like that. So they said that investigations require time and coordination as we conduct interviews and gather evidence. We will follow established procedures thoroughly and carefully without being influenced or pressured by external voices. This is where I say they basically told everybody to fuck off. Riot Games just basically told everybody to fuck off and leave them alone, and they'll do what they want to do at their own time. It's essentially what they said. But here's the problem, right? You should be pressured. You absolutely should be pressured. Because if you were found to be complicit in faking certain events that you hosted, or somebody in your company was faking it or throwing matches, that's a huge problem for everybody who has spent money to go watch your events. That's a huge problem. Why would you care about being forced by external voices? They want you potentially held accountable for what may be going down. I mean, again, I don't like this tone that they use towards the end where, oh, we'll basically get to it when we feel like it. We're not going to be pressured by you guys. It's like, who the fuck are you, bro? It sounds like you're getting a little bit testy, but, whatever. That's besides the point. So now that we have their response, we're going to watch Sean Gares' video. And again, keep in mind, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm dropping an entire deep dive into the history of scandals with the iBuyPower stuff. You obviously have the scandal with this. You got so many different scandals that have happened in esports over the last few years that all of it is leading to this meltdown point, which, Sean actually mentions this, so I'm glad that he does in his video. But he mentions all the scandals before. He was actually there for the iBuyPower scandal, which is why, I find it to be very interesting. So what the fuck did iBuyPower do? Oh, you're gonna find out. He says it in this video. It's really sad. So let me bring it up. Let me bring it up really quick. We got to watch it on Twitter because for some reason, Insider Gaming, it doesn't work. I don't know why. So let's bring it up here. All right, so let's see what he has to say. And keep in mind, this guy's been in the business of competitive games and esports for decades. He's been there for a while. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, so I was not planning on being here tonight. Don't think I'm really in the right mental state to make this one, but for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sean Gares. I've been in this industry for over 20 years now. It started as a player, was broadcast talent, analyst, and caster in both Counter-Strike and Valorant, coached in Valorant, GMing currently in Valorant, content creator in both.
I can't turn it up. His video is low, unfortunately. I'll put CCs. Hold on. That'll help you out. Let's go here. There you go. That'll help you out.
Games. Ran my own tournament in Valorant. Worked in partnerships at PopDog, which is the parent company to Loaded. So yeah, it helped start the CSPPA. So that was cool. But here we are today. And what we are discussing today is the state of Tier 2 North American Valorant. It is infected. Match fixing, cheating, underground gambling rings, people making hundreds of thousands of dollars on these games that are rigged. I was on Complexity on the other side of things when iBuyPower threw a game. We were making $300 a month before VC money. iBuyPower had no salary, but they threw that game for $700 of Counter-Strike skins. This is mental, what I have stumbled into.
So they threw back then, iBuyPower's team threw the game for $700 worth of Counter-Strike skins. So just keep that in mind because these guys in Tier 2 are paid damn near nothing for the most part. Damn near nothing. They're paid pretty much almost nothing. So what they're willing to do, they're more likely to be, I guess, led into the possibility of throwing games for money. Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy, man. It's for some skins. I'm telling you, it is wild. it is wild, some of the stuff that he goes into. I honestly can't wait for part 2 because I'm very curious. But anyway, let's continue.
I've been looking into this for quite a bit now, and it's about time that I guess it came out. I mean, I was trying to clear people behind the scenes and do due diligence, get through the proper channels. Riot is doing their own investigation. NA Challengers is doing theirs as well. I'm sure some other people are aware also. And I think a lot of people are. People have been watching my co-streams. I've been supporting NA Challengers from the jump. Same with Game Changers. And again, I've been here for a while, and the desperation in the room is unlike anything I've ever felt. Back in the day, there wasn't really much money to begin with. So it it was kind of unforgivable because everyone was just doing it for the love of the game. These days there was money, and it was so recent. You just have to go back a couple years on VLR. Go back to 2022 and just look at the teams. I'll list them right now. Xset V1, Rise, Knights, Luminosity, Pioneers, The Guard, Renegades, Ghost, Andbox, Complexity, Soar, Radiance, FaZe. All of these jobs gone in a couple years. What has happened to the scene? It does not make this excusable. This behavior is absolutely unacceptable. And
now keep in mind what he said was he's trying to clear as many names as possible from the allegations as he's gonna drop in his next video, going over all of the match fixing and who's actually done it, who's not, who's done underground gambling, all of this stuff. He must be well connected in the scene, I'm sure. It's not going to look good. I'm sure a lot of companies are going to be named, which I hope he doesn't get his ass sued. That would be rough, but I guess we'll see.
What I said is what I mean. This has angered me to the core. I put my whole life on the line for this industry, and I have 2 little girls right now that I just put down, and it is depressing. It is, it's so gross what has happened. But here we are. And yeah. So all these tier 1 orgs have left, and these players are desperate. They're getting bribed for tens of thousands of dollars in one instance to throw a game. Could even be to fix a ranked game. But whatever you do, they got you by the balls. Because you know why? They don't go away, and they can blackmail you for eternity. That's how this game works. And I thought people knew that from the Counter-Strike days, but I guess people forgot. And these days, the stakes are way higher. So not only are these people stealing money from the people that are gambling, which is one thing, they're also stealing the livelihood of the players that are actually doing it fair. The people that actually put the blood, sweat, and tears into this industry to build it. And that's what angers me the most. So I'm not ready to talk about what I've found. It would take me hours. The rabbit hole goes so fucking deep, it's insane. And it's infuriating. It really is. I'm trying to clear as many people as I can. I want people to be innocent. I don't like this. This doesn't feel good. So if you're innocent, what I do recommend is you do this. You screen record everything right now.
Oh, that's so weird. I don't know why he got muted. Why did I get muted? That's so weird. My bad. I don't know why I was muted. You guys should be able to hear me now. So this is a huge problem. The reason why it's a huge problem is because it makes you wonder how many people in the Valorant scene are actually cheating or match fixing or anything like that. I gotta wonder, because if it's to be believed what he is saying, because again, this is just his word, we don't really know. But if it's to be believed, that it makes it seem like it's fucking damn near almost everyone in the tier 2 scene, which would be insane. It would be insane. So I'm very curious to see what else he comes out with. I'm sure he's been messaging people to see how he could potentially clear them, but again, chances are I don't really know if he's going to be able to. I just hope, again, like I said before, I hope he doesn't get sued. I hope he doesn't get sued from Riot. I hope he doesn't get sued from any other these gambling companies. And keep in mind too, they say this about Kick as well. Over on Kick, there is so many streamers that are sponsored by like these gambling companies that are purposely, sponsoring certain streamers because they know they can reach a young audience that will make them maximum amount of money. So it's a big problem, and I could also see them getting involved in match fixing. So I don't know. I guess we'll see at the end of the day. We'll see what ends up happening. But in any case, I have a full breakdown of this coming out tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. Please make sure you guys check this out. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the video releases. We're going to go over the history of match fixing in esports. We're going to go over what he says. I also go into his history a little bit, and overall the conversation as to what's going to happen in esports scenes if it's proven to be true, right? Which I'm sure Riot is probably never going to admit to, considering how hostile they were in their response, because they had a really hostile response towards the end. They were doing fine. They were doing fine at first, and then they were just like, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. It's going to be interesting. Zero says, I might as well gamble some high school esports state tournaments. There you go. All right, boys. Let's catch up on super chats. Like I said, definitely check out that video tomorrow. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, boys. Shout out to Sean Gares, man. Curious to see. Oh, by the way, that tweet of that video has almost 6 million views, by the way.